This next one here, D, it may not draw the biggest headlines in the world, but it's one that I'm really intrigued with. As former Arkansas wide receiver Dazmin James is headed to Cal. He had a big breakout game in that bowl game. Only three receptions, but for 137 yards and a touchdown. And this is a guy with major speed. I mean, 10-4, 10-4-6 in the North Carolina 4A state championships in high school. 6'2", almost 200 pounds. So not a small guy either. Cal, looks like you're going to have a young guy at quarterback with Jaron Sagapolatelli coming over after he had signed with Oregon, was previously committed to Cal, but signed with Oregon and is now part of Cal's team. So you're trying to add some pieces there as Fernando Mendoza is gone. And even last year with Mendoza, the issue offensively was, I think, your lack of explosive skill position players. Dazmin James, I think, could potentially solve that issue.
Yeah, your tight end was the leading pass catcher last year for Cal with Mendoza. So I think some of that's also offensive line being able to
Jaden Ott was hurt as well.
Right, and can your offensive line hold up enough for you to throw the ball downfield? But look, this team, I haven't seen a team's fortunes change as quickly here as Cal in both directions, right? So it's amazing. You look at Cal, and I was out there for the game against the University of Miami, which was just an unbelievable atmosphere. College game days there, everybody having a great time. Stadium was electric, just a great showcase for Cal football. So you have all that. One of the best stuff in the season to put Cal right in the forefront in their first ACC season. Then you lose Fernando Mendoza, and then you lose all your receivers, Isaiah Hunter, Mikey Matthews, Josiah Martin, and you're saying, wow, this thing has fallen apart. You know, you had something great going, and now it's fallen apart. Then so quickly, things change, and now Jaron Kiwi Sagapolatelli, who was going to go to Cal at one point, flipped to Oregon on signing day, gets to Oregon, says, I don't like it. I see a clear path at Cal with Fernando Mendoza gone. I was going to play behind him if he had stuck around. Now I can go there and potentially start, and the whole picture changes. So Sagapolatelli, if he's going to be your Dylan Raiola, right, he's going to be the guy that you put starting as a true freshman, and look, he's got to earn the job, but you did lose, your backup quarterback as well, Chandler Rogers moving on. So the path is wide open for Sagapolatelli. He needs receivers. You add Jacob DeJesus from UNLV, a veteran, a captain, not the biggest guy in the world, but somebody that's reliable, that knows how to play receiver, that's got snaps. That's your rock. That's going to be the safety valve for Sagapolatelli. Now you need the explosiveness. Sagapolatelli, a lot of people think that left hand, that left arm is the best arm in the country coming out of high school. And this is a great class of quarterbacks this year in the 25 class, best I've seen. So with that unique arm strength, all-time leading passer in Hawaii history, beating Dylan Gabriel's record, you can't just have the reliable DeJesus. You need somebody that can really take the top off in a unique way. And Dazmin James, 10-4-6, 21-06, kind of a non-factor at Arkansas until that bowl game where he had the 3 receptions for 137
look at the
yards.
Arkansas fans. Sorry to cut you off, but this is an Arkansas fan saying all we did was advertise Dazmin James to other schools portal shopping. and then to your point as well, there was another tweet here from an Arkansas fan that says, if you were Dazmin James and watch all those other wide receivers start in front of you, you'd transfer too.
And, look, part of this is, I think with Dazmin James, and I don't know this to be a fact, but you've seen it, Pete. He's probably thinking, man, I should have been the feature the whole time. You feature me for one game, I get 146 yards. I am that guy, and they don't appreciate me. I'm not saying that's accurate. I'm not even saying that's how he feels. But just from the outside, I can see that happening because I've seen it happen with other players. So maybe that's the case. And he's saying, look, Cal's featuring me. They're pairing me with a young quarterback. There's a redshirt freshman with 3 years of eligibility. So maybe he could have 3 years, playing with Sagapolatelli, or 2 years playing with Sagapolatelli, then an NFL future. That, I'm sure, is how he's looking at it, because when you have a young quarterback, you now have the ability to attract receivers to Cal. And if I'm Cal, I am doing, look, they've been a defensive program right under Coach Wilcox, and that's served them well the last couple of years going to a bowl. But I would treat Sagapolatelli different than Fernando Mendoza and say, listen, we are going full bore, building around you, not necessarily building the best team, which, of course, you want to have the best team. But when you have a player like this that can be an NFL first-round type pick just on an arm strength standpoint and recruit ranking standpoint, give him every chance to succeed. Invest in him succeeding, Because if he succeeds, your whole program will succeed. Hopefully, it doesn't go in the portal right after the Mendoza thing, but at least put him in a position to be successful. Because if he's confident, productive, throwing to receivers, well protected, running the ball, your whole program is going to be elevated just by virtue of him being such a marquee player.